Whenever we hear the name Jason Statham, we immediately think of some high-intense action sequences that are very cliche, yet extremely enjoyable. This is exactly what I expected, only to be left a bit disappointed in the movie that we're going to talk about today, which is his recently released action thriller film, Wrath of Man. What's up, all you showmen and showwomen around the world? Welcome to another edition of ShowmaNation. If you're new to this channel, then make sure to hit the subscribe button with the bell icon, and make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram by clicking on the links in the description box so that you guys get regular updates about the channel and about my videos. Now that we have gotten that out of the way, let's get right down to business. Wrath of Man is an action thriller heist film that is directed by Guy Ritchie, who's responsible for making some really successful films such as Snatch, Sherlock Holmes, and Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. It stars one of our favorite action heroes in Jason Statham, who's best known for his cliched action movies such as the Transporter trilogy, The Italian Job, The Mechanic, and many, many more. This is Guy Ritchie and Jason Statham's fourth collaboration since Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, Snatch, and the cult classic Revolver. The movie starts with a robbery gone wrong as two guards and a civilian get killed while some gunmen dressed as construction workers try to rob an armored cash truck. 5 months after that incident, we get introduced to our mysterious and enigmatic main character, Patrick H. Hill, played by Jason Statham, and we see that he ends up taking a job as a security guard in the same cash truck company who are responsible for moving millions of dollars around Los Angeles. He barely passes all the screening tests, which included shooting, driving, and a fitness exam, which led everyone to believe that he was a liability. One day, during a training pickup, they get attacked by these robbers, and this is where we see our main character, H, shows us his true hidden skills as he ends up taking all of those robbers with expert marksmanship. Pew! His heroics makes him the poster boy of his company, but also raises a lot of eyebrows as people start questioning about his mysterious past and about who he really is. Then as the movie goes on, the plot takes a turn from a slow crime drama to a revenge thriller as we take a deeper look into the checkered past of our mysterious main character, H, while also unfolding his main motive behind joining that cash truck company as he takes some drastic and irreversible steps, all to settle an old score. Now that was a little premise of the film, and now if I have to point out all the positives, then I'll start with I really liked Guy Ritchie's direction in this film. The movie is separated into 4 parts, so 4 chapters, and each chapter circles back to one main event that sets off a chain reaction. And that main event is the robbery that takes place at the start of this film. The breakdown of the plot into 4 chapters gives the film a proper flow and makes it really easy for us audience to follow the plot. Kinda makes you feel like you're watching a TV show. And even though the plot does get a bit predictable as the movie goes on, Guy Ritchie still does a great job in keeping the audience interested and riveted till the last minute. Besides that, the acting of this movie was also really good, especially by Jason Statham. Now guys, in most of his movies we don't really see him act much, but just punch or shoot anything in plain sight. But in this movie we really see him get into the skin of the character of a brooding, menacing, enigmatic, and mysterious security guard who has a really dark past. Now that was all the positives of the film, and now if I have to point out the shitty parts of the film, then I'll start with I should warn you guys right off the bat that this is not your typical Jason Statham movie. When I first heard about this movie, I saw that it had a rating of 7.2 in IMDb, which is a pretty amazing score, especially for the kind of films that he makes. And I thought to myself that maybe I was gonna get a main course of Jason Statham action flick where it's gonna be high intense action sequences which are really entertaining and with the side of a great story with some great acting. But instead I felt misled and disappointed. I mean, for starters, there's barely any action in this film, and the ones that are there were nothing amazing, as it was just people shooting each other's heads off. Like by the end, they literally just start killing people off randomly, and it feels a bit all over the place. The characters were not built enough that well, and when they showed Jason Statham's past, it felt a bit ambiguous, and I feel that they could have given us a bit more background about who he really was, and they should have expanded more on it. Then besides that, I can assure you guys that you guys can easily understand where the plot is headed after just watching the film for the first 20 or 30 minutes. Like, the plot is really predictable, as I've mentioned before, and you guys can easily connect the dots, as it slowly becomes your typical Liam Neeson or Jason Statham revenge thriller, while they fail to keep that edge or that it factor that most of their movies usually have. Now that summed up all the good parts and the shitty parts of the film, and now it's time for my verdict. Wrath of Man is not your typical Jason Statham movie that has some slick action sequences with some clever comedy. However, the movie does look elegant and is engaging enough to make you appreciate Jason Statham as an actor and acknowledge his acting chops. While I did watch Guy Ritchie's Sherlock Holmes like a million years ago, this movie rekindled my interest in his earlier works, as it makes me want to check out his previously directed movies, especially the ones with Jason Statham, as Wrath of Man had really good pacing with a style of direction that was really structured, stylish, and captivating. I'm gonna give this movie a solid 6.6 out of 10. To all you guys who stuck by throughout this video, I just want to say thank you very much, guys, and I really appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed this video, then please like and share this video and subscribe to my channel by hitting the bell icon, because I'm gonna upload new videos every week, and I would love it if you guys were a part of this nation. Until next time, bye for now.